Hi everybody, Wynn Brown here with my bi-weekly President's Update. I have Catrice Jerry with me today from Encompass Primary Care, which is located here in the hospital, so thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being a member of the President's Advisory Council. And part of that, being part of the committee, is you get to be a co-host with
right?
me. So welcome for being voluntold to come forward and being my co-host today. So maybe you could just tell us a little bit about your role at Encompass Health and in the health system.
All right.
That'd be great just to kick it off so everybody gets to know you a little
absolutely. So I am a front office assistant for Encompass Primary Care. So answer phones, check in patients. We have a very large scope of things that we do, but that's kind of like the basic. I make all the back run smoothly.
Okay.
So that's what I say.
You make it look easy for everybody.
That's right.
That's what you do.
That's
so you did mention a little bit about Dr. Fitzgerald's practice and that it does have a pretty broad scope of practice. Maybe you could just let folks know some of the things that happen at your practice, maybe beyond just traditional primary care, because you do more.
Absolutely. Dr. Fitzgerald runs the addiction program here at Heywood Hospital. She also is an OB doctor, as well as she does OMT, which is osteopathic manipulative technique used for like chronic pain, different types of chronic pain. So she does a lot of different stuff. So yeah.
And that probably fits very well in Dr. Calava's practice. It's right there as well. If someone needs interventional pain work, you know, you guys are virtually tied together on the backside of that.
Absolutely.
So that referral is probably pretty smooth.
Yes, it is. Really nice.
Right, and they probably consult each other and talk about that as well. So that's great. Are you guys taking new patients now?
We are accepting new patients, yes.
Okay, good. Because I know in the past we've struggled with primary care access, and we now have pretty good primary care access across our system.
Absolutely. So not only is Dr. Fitzgerald in the clinic, but also she has two nurse practitioners that actually did their training with Dr. Fitzgerald as well. So they definitely know how she likes to do things. So we really are a care team. Like we try and make it very seamless. So no matter who you see, you're getting the same across the board. You're getting the same type of treatment.
Okay. So you guys emulate the care values, probably.
Absolutely.
Maybe you're the shining star, is what you're saying,
yes,
right?
I think so.
Well, no, I do hear.
I'm kind of partial, but.
Well, I hear great things about the culture in your office, and I think if you have a great culture in your office, the patients feel it and they feel supported.
We feel like a family, and I think the patients definitely benefit from that. Absolutely.
Good.
Yes.
That's great to hear. Now, you're also on the President's Advisory Council.
I am.
How did you raise your hand for that, and maybe encourage some other people to join us as well?
I don't know. I think I went to one of the town hall meetings where you were speaking, and it just sounded like something that was interesting. I like to be part of, and now that we're actually, because we moved from primary care on Main Street here, and I feel like I'm going to be here. This is my home. I want to be part of Heywood. So that's what was my motivation.
It's great to have you on the team, and we've been doing some great work at President's Advisory Council. Maybe we'll talk about the next big project that we're working on. Do you have some questions for me?
Yeah. So what is the progress of the AFOL campaign?
So, we have our capital campaign, and there's three main projects.
Right.
AFOL is one of them. And just about a week or so ago, we passed our $3 million goal.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So a big celebration coming up. I think it's March 17. I think we're having a celebration out at AFOL, and we're going to be very public about that. But that is really amazing. And if you've been out to AFOL, if you've been to the campus, I always tell people you need to drive past it. It looks beautiful on the outside. It's beautiful on the inside. It's got a great staff there, and really that hospital is just doing pretty amazing well. We just got some final construction things going on next week.
Okay.
We will open up our imaging center there.
Okay.
We finally got DPH to come out and do the approval of that. And the MRI, one of the last real outward construction things is there's a new MRI bay where we're going to move the MRI around from the other side of the hospital, so it's completely adjacent to radiology. So all radiology will be together. So we're very excited about that. So we're in that home stretch on those last little pieces. And then what will be left there is, when we finally move radiology, we have some real estate available on that lower level, and we're gonna be moving some things around in the hospital to take advantage of that space. And as you know, now that you live in the hospital, space
Right.
is a premium, right?
Yes, yes.
And so we're working on what we're gonna do next at Athol. One of the things we are committed to is we are gonna build them out a wellness center,
Okay.
similar to what we have on this campus.
Okay.
So, you know, there'll be treadmills and ellipticals.
Oh,
And
good, okay.
Pelotons have proved incredibly popular here. And so we'll make sure we have a couple Pelotons there as well. And so probably more toward the end of the year as we get everything moved around, but we're committed to do that. And I think the staff at Athol really are looking for
I heard that we got some additional Pelotons in our health center.
Yes.
Upstairs.
So upstairs in the Life Center, we now have 3 Pelotons. We bought
Okay,
one,
okay.
and there was literally a line, and
Mhm.
so we went to
Really?
3. And yesterday, actually, I was doing a 45-minute ride with Tammy LeClaire in this
Mhm.
office and Dr. Prentice,
Mhm.
and someone else came up, and we had just started a 45-minute
Oh, okay.
ride, and so I don't know, maybe we need a 4th. I don't know, but they've been proved to be very popular.
Oh, good.
And I have noticed that the Life Center is being much more regularly used by
Okay.
more people.
Yes.
And so it's a great opportunity for staff, physicians, volunteers. We allow
Nice.
family members to come and take classes
okay,
and work out
great.
with you as well. They just have to sign the release, and then all our
Okay.
classes are free.
Okay.
You
Oh,
know,
really?
so,
Oh, wow.
spin classes, yoga classes, Tai Chi, they're all free to staff. So
Oh,
anybody can go
okay.
upstairs and use it, and you can see online the schedule. Just have to badge in to
Oh,
get in,
wow.
and it's
Okay.
open 24 hours a day. And there's
Okay.
security cameras in there as well. So
Okay.
we monitor that space just, you know, in the off hours if people want to make sure they feel safe. We do have security cameras and security runs through.
Yeah, I don't think that was anything that was ever, I knew about it when I came to the orientation, but I didn't know that they offered free classes, which is
All the
really nice.
classes are
Yeah.
free to staff
That's
and their
awesome.
family.
Okay.
And so I just talked to Janet Gerard this morning, and what we're going to do is we're going to put a video on how to use the Pelotons
Oh, okay.
up on the intranet, because people might be a little intimidated, like,
Yeah.
how do I sign up? And
I would be,
I've
yeah.
helped a couple sign up. It's
Yeah.
pretty easy, but we're just
Okay.
going to show you how to do it,
Yes.
so if no one's there,
Right.
you can figure out how to do it. You can do 20, 30, 45 an hour rides.
Okay.
I'm more of a 30-minute ride guy.
Right.
We did 45 last night. I was a little beat, especially when you ride next to Dr. Prentice. It becomes a little bit of a competition. So,
I bet.
yeah.
Okay.
What
so,
else do you want to know about?
So I hear we have some new providers. Dr. Desai is
Yes.
new to
So we have
Heywood?
so we have a second pulmonologist who just joined us this
Okay.
past week, Dr. Sweta Desai, very experienced pulmonologist. Actually used to practice with Dr. Wallach
Oh,
back
okay.
in the day, so they're former partners, and she is fabulous. And so, you know, we've been challenged by access to pulmonology, especially since Dr. Proto left the community, and that will also now provide more coverage out at Athol as well. So patients who need pulmonology appointments out west,
Oh, nice.
out west, you know, 15
Right.
miles west of us.
So far away.
Yeah, so far away, not really. But they're easier for patients out there who have challenges to get here, they can get that service.
Okay.
So we're very excited. And who else do we have coming? I think that's it right now. We have some new APPs in the Athol ER as well
Okay.
to provide double coverage for part of the day, and also to help with the admissions and management of the patients on the floors later into the day. So we're excited about that.
That's awesome. And then I think probably people are probably wondering what the outcomes, like what's going on with we finished the survey, the big
Employee
push.
engagement.
Absolutely.
So employee engagement survey, there's a lot, as you know, going
Yes.
on behind the scenes. We have our data back.
Okay.
We moved 12 points, which
Wow.
is statistically significant. Press Gamey was like, wow, how'd you do that?
Oh,
And so
Lots
I
of
think,
emails.
well, that's the participation.
right.
But I think the work on our care values,
Yes.
the work on our culture, you know, I think birthday wishes, making sure
Right.
people
Yes.
have,
People like
have
that.
what they need.
I've heard about the birthday
Yeah, we
wishes.
do
So.
pretty well on
Yeah.
those, so,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes I need to be reminded and I go back and follow up on those. So right now, we have taken all that data and we
Okay.
have just, as you know, this week,
Yes.
this week we
Yes.
handed it over to the President's Advisory Council
Mhm.
on
Yep.
the Heywood campus.
Yes.
And Tina Griffin's gonna be back next week, and we'll get working on the Athol campus. And then by, I think it's our February 28th
Yep.
meeting, the President's Advisory Council is gonna come back with their recommendations of the top priorities, and then what are we gonna do as an organization.
All right.
And so, we're trying to be as quick as we can
Yes.
about it, but also be thorough so that
Yes.
we can communicate back to staff what we're gonna be
Absolutely.
working on. So I'm looking forward to hearing what folks have to say. There were hundreds and hundreds of comments in addition to just the survey data.
Yeah.
What's important, I think, just at the 30,000 foot level is that on all metrics, you know, on all sort of topic areas, we are up. Some a little bit, some a lot. So we've just made great progress. So I'm very excited about that. And I think we talked about at the President's Advisory Council as well that the trustees were pretty wowed by that. And so they want us, I won't call us rewarding, but I think we're going to get some Heywood swag coming up. So I've seen some options arriving. One's like a nice rain jacket, another's a vest. I think there's a backpack and a Yeti option that we're going to have those out for folks, and so everybody across the whole Haywood family will have a little swag to be proud of, and the movement and momentum we have. I think it's a nice way for the trustees to say thank you.
I think so.
Because they're my boss,
right?
And they own us, right? So they're making sure that we're doing what we need to do and representing the community and making forward momentum, and so they were pretty surprised and pleased to see.
Nice.
Yeah. So coming up soon.
Yes.
I know the samples are coming in, and then we're going to have a process to have people make a selection.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm excited about it. Anything else you want to talk about today, or does that cover the waterfront?
I think that covers the waterfront. Just like big shout out to all my Encompass family. So we're great. I love our team.
You do have a great team. Yeah. It's really, I think the HAMG has grown and changed, and you're really trying to be consistent in that culture. We've got just great physicians. I should say Dr. Warner's practice is now open in Orange, and so she's also taking new patients on the western side of our service area. And Dr. Duda is taking patients as well in Athol.
Is Dr. Cruz still accepting
I think he's still accepting new patients as well. So we have some primary care access, which is really a great thing. Probably not so behind the scenes. I just came from a 2-hour meeting on the power plant here at Heywood. You know, we have a big project underway to replace all of our infrastructure on the Heywood campus, and so we made some progress today. But the whole boardroom was filled with engineers and consultants and staff who are helping us get there, and so it's going to be really an important project to us.
Is that any way related to the new electronic medical record that we're going to
That is not part of that.
Okay.
No, that's another big project, and that is our big heavy lift as a team to get ready to go live for that. So I appreciate all the work people are doing on that, in addition to their day jobs.
Right.
Well, I really appreciate you being with me here today, and giving a shout out for the Encompass family and the work that you're doing on the on the President's Advisory Council, which is really important as well. So thank you very much.
All right.
Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for watching.